the feeding grounds. It started with the trees bleeding. Derek McNally was just trying to earn his last paycheck before winter. He didn't believe in ghost stories. Just chainsaws, diesel fuel, and keeping your damn fingers away from the blade. The snow line hadn't crept down yet, so the crew was making a hard push to clear the last 20 acres of timber north of Lac des Loups, a place the old Algonquin guides called Weganaki, the place that devours. Nobody listened to the old names anymore. The first kill didn't look like one. Marty's radio went silent just after lunch. They found him later, what was left of him, up a pine, 20 feet off the ground. His legs were dangling. His torso had been pulled through the V of the trunk, like someone had jammed a watermelon through a mail slot. Rib cage gone, spine exposed, face locked in a scream. Coyotes? Bear? Derek saw the look on Polly's face. He'd been in Afghanistan. Whatever took Marty wasn't natural. That night, nobody slept in their tents. They huddled in the mobile command trailer, guns out, all 5 of them. Derek, Polly, Vic, Javier, and Reggie. The air outside got thick and wet. Breathing it in made you feel like you were swallowing mucus. At 2:14 a.m., the generators cut, and then they heard the dragging. Something heavy, something walking upright, but off, like it was drunk or broken. It passed by the trailer window just long enough for Vic to whisper, "What the fuck is that?" A tall shadow, bone thin, antlers jagged as lightning, skin stretched tight over a skeletal frame. Its head jerked sideways at impossible angles. You couldn't see its eyes, but you could feel them, looking straight through the steel walls. The Wendigo. Javier panicked and ran into the dark. They heard him screaming, then crunching, then nothing. They waited until dawn before stepping outside. His body was 30 feet away. No blood, no struggle, just torn, clean bones, and a skull placed neatly in the snow like some kind of offering. By noon, Reggie was muttering prayers. Derek spotted strange symbols carved into the bark of the trees they hadn't cut yet. Spirals, claws, crescent jaws full of teeth. That's when the ground shook. Not a tremor, not wind, a stomp from deep underground. Then another. The frozen earth cracked, and something massive rose from beneath the roots of a black pine, spraying dirt, snapping stone. It came out of the ancient pit like a corpse from the womb, 7 feet tall, hunched, muscled like a boar, skin caked in filth and gore. Its face looked like a child's nightmare of a troll. No lips, just yellow teeth jutting from a bloody grin. Eyes glowing like coals. Rawhead Rex. The legend clawed up from Old English paganism. How the hell it ended up here, no one knew. But the altar they disturbed must have been its tomb, or its cage. Vic fired. It didn't matter. Rawhead tore him in half. Not with claws, with his jaw. He bit Vic from shoulder to hip and ripped his torso loose like jerky from a bone. Reggie tried to run but slipped. Rex stomped him into the mud so hard his skull cracked like a bowl. Only Derek and Polly made it back to the trailer, panting, shaking, soaked in blood. But they weren't alone. Across the clearing, something stepped from the woods. Thin, crooked, taller now. Antlers spread like a crown of thorns. The Wendigo tilted its head and shrieked, not with a voice, but with something worse. Thoughts. Words. Inside Derek's skull. He does not belong here. This is my ground. My meat. Rawhead turned, sniffing the air. And like rabid dogs in the same cage, the monsters charged. The fight was savage. Rawhead slammed into the Wendigo with both fists, knocking it through a tree. The thing rolled, cracked, and flipped back up like a spider. It moved too fast, too fluid. Its claws slashed Rawhead's side, spilling black ichor. Rex roared and grabbed the creature by its ribs, snapped one off, drove it through the Wendigo's thigh like a stake. They crashed into the logging equipment. A bulldozer flipped, gas tanks ruptured, flames sparked to life as Rex hurled the Wendigo through a loader's windshield. The forest lit up in hellfire. Derek and Polly tried to run, but the collapsing machinery and burning trees trapped them. Polly shoved Derek behind the tractor. "You make it. Tell people. Make it count." Then he picked up a chainsaw and ran, screaming toward the fight. It lasted 4 seconds. The Wendigo impaled him with its claws, lifted him, and let his body hang like bait, daring Rawhead to lunge. Rex did, and the two titans locked in a death grapple, tumbling into the flames. That's when Derek heard something whispering again. Same voice, same chilling echo in his skull. "We will feed, and when we are done, your world will remember our hunger." The blaze caught a propane line. The woods erupted in an inferno. Trees exploded. Screams tore the air. Bones cracked. Flesh sizzled. Derek never saw who won. He woke 3 days later in a hospital in Ottawa. Frostbite on his fingers. 2 cracked ribs. A shattered ankle. But alive. He told the story. Once. They thought he was in shock. Made him sign a gag order. Discharged him to psych evaluation. But he knows. He knows the monsters are real. He knows they're still out there. Somewhere in the ruins of that cursed forest. Maybe healing, maybe hunting, maybe waiting. And sometimes, when the wind howls just right. He swears he can hear 2 roars echo in the trees, one ancient and guttural, the other hungry and hollow. The feeding grounds are still theirs. Thanks for watching another chilling tale here on Cryptid Encounter Stories. If you enjoyed the story, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you're hungry for more supernatural thriller, be sure to grab a copy of Fall of the Order, available now in ebook, audiobook, and paperback. Until next time, stay safe and stay in the light.